There are a couple of ways that you can install Zend. You can download the framework and unpack it somewhere on your file system, and then simply include it in your PHP's include_path variable. This sets Zend up as a global library for all PHP projects using that version of your PHP. This may or may not be desirable for your project and server needs. You can get the latest stable version of Zend from this particular URL. The other way to install Zend is to use the PHP Composer Dependency Manager tool and set up Zend as a dependency on your project. In my opinion, this is the preferred way to install Zend since you can embed the framework in your project and it doesn't depend on your server or PHP setup. This also allows you to run different versions of Zend on different projects. If you're going to run in a hosted environment, this typically is your best bet. To install Zend in this way, you first need to make sure that you have Composer installed and working. You can get Composer from this URL. You simply install with the curl command on non-Windows operating systems, and for Windows, there is an actual installer. Composer is essentially a self-bundled PHP application. You can think of a FAR file like a Java jar file, but geared for PHP. You can install Composer globally or locally next to your PHP installation. I like to stick it next to where I run my PHP commands so I can keep my options open and possibly use different versions of Composer with different versions of PHP on my system. Ultimately, you want your system configured so you can run the PHP command and pass it the composer.far file from the command line. If everything is installed correctly, you should get some Composer usage output similar to this. Before moving on with this course, make sure that you can run Composer since that's how we're going to install Zend on our skeleton application, which is coming up next.